Hey friends, it's Laura. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be altering my Scrap Therapy album for 2020, and I'm so excited to work on this. If you haven't checked out my previous videos yet, I have a video talking about my 2020 memory keeping plan, and then another one talking about what exactly Scrap Therapy is for me and what it's going to look like and what my album is going to include. And I also go over all of the details for this album that I'm using, which is a mixed media notebook from Hobby Lobby. And I just showed you really quick what the cover and the inside pages look like. I've gone through the papers in my stash and I've chosen one that I really like that's a floral print. And this is from Maggie Holmes. I chose a 12 by 12 paper that I had 2 copies of because my notebook is about 8.5 by 5.5. So I needed 2 different 12 by 12 pages to cover both the front of the album and then one for the back of the album. So you can see here I've cut my 12 by 12 paper down to size to be slightly bigger than the size of the cover. And I ripped out one of the pages in the notebook that I had used years previously when I was learning how to watercolor. And this is a page I wasn't planning to keep in there for my Scrap Therapy anyway because it's really old and I don't love the paint. So I'm going to be using that as a template for any pages I want to add to my album. So that way I can cut out the spot for the binding, for the coil binding on the side of my pages here, and that page makes a perfect template. So I do that with this page that I want to cover the front and the back of my album. That way I can get the pattern paper around those coils and not just start to the right of it, because if I started to the right of the coils instead of cutting out all those holes and then making my paper go around the coils, then I would have had that bright yellow strip on the other side of the coils from where my pattern paper starts. So that's why I decided to do the more laborious route of tracing and cutting all those holes. And you can see here I'm just using double-sided tape between each of the holes, and I am doing that. That way everything will be nice and secure, especially on the front cover. I'm going to use so much double-sided tape to make sure that everything has a really permanent adhesive, because I know I'm going to be using this album so much it will get some wear and tear, and I want to make sure that the cover maintains its integrity. So you can see here I go and I push down all of the paper in between the coils here so the double-sided tape will stick really well, and then I'm going to remove that red protective plastic cover from the rest of my double-sided tape. And again, I'm going to put a lot of pressure onto my page all over to make sure that it is adhered really well. And then I'm going to flip that cover over, my front cover over, and I am going to get to work on trimming down my page here. So I didn't quite realize the logistics of how I needed to diagonally cut in my pages for when I folded them over onto the front cover before I adhered it to the front. So you'll see me use scissors here to kind of trim down the page diagonally. That way when I flip it over, everything fits nicely on the inside of my cover there. And you can see I provided quite a large piece of paper to fold over, and I did that because I just wanted to make sure, again, that it was really secure, had lots of double-sided tape, had lots of margin in case I made a mistake. And once I get all of that attached, I go ahead and I add a ribbon here. I just cut a hole using my X-Acto knife on the front and the back of the cover and add some of this pink suede ribbon that I have. And I tried out a couple different ribbons and I really liked this one. And I chose some gold thickers from A Beautiful Mess to put down. Except unfortunately when I went to glue them down they fell apart because they are probably like 6 years old, and apparently they were not super sturdy. So I end up replacing the alphabets that I thought I was going to use on the front of my cover with these gorgeous gold glitter thickers, and then a cute little pink heart chipboard. And you can see this is what my Scrap Therapy album looks like now, and you get a quick peek here at what's going on the inside of the album. After I finished doing this, I jumped right in and started making more things. And yeah, I can't wait to share those process videos with you and show you more of this album. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing how I alter this notebook, this mixed media notebook, into my Scrap Therapy album for the year. And I cannot wait to catch you in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, leave me a comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of my memory keeping throughout the year. And I will see you later. Bye friends, thanks for watching.